Welcome back to Meditating with Vidyamala. I hope you're managing to keep your meditation up every day and that you're experiencing benefit. Remember that meditation is a practice. It's a little bit like learning a foreign language, learning to play a musical instrument. It gets more effective. We become more agile mentally, emotionally, the more practice we put in. Like lots of things in life, the more we put in, the more we get back. So meditating every day will bring results, it will bear fruits, and I'd really encourage you to keep it up if you can. And I'm really enjoying meditating with you, knowing that you're out there working on your minds, working on your hearts alongside me. That gives me real satisfaction and pleasure. So really, welcome back. Today we're going to look a little bit more at thoughts, and I've got some really interesting stats to start with today. They're slightly shocking, and I find them completely fascinating. So apparently we have something like between 30,000 and 70,000 thoughts a day, which is a lot of thoughts. Very strikingly, more than 95% of these tens of thousands of thoughts we've had before. So very, very few thoughts are new or original. We're just recycling the same old thoughts day after day after day. And rather shockingly, the untrained mind, a person who's never learned to work with their thoughts, something like 75% of their thoughts are negative. And I find these kind of stats hugely motivating in terms of meditation. With meditation, we can learn to lessen the repetitive nature of our thinking. We can learn to have some kind of control around our thoughts. So we're not just going over the same old thing again and again and again, helplessly victim to the power of these thinking patterns. Also, very significantly, we can shift the ratio of negative thoughts to positive thoughts. With meditation, with mental and emotional training, we can shift the balance of negative to positive thinking. We can shift our very default setting. So rather than defaulting to the negative, to the glass half empty, to depression, to lack again and again, we can become a person who appreciates the positive things in life. We can notice pleasant, beautiful things around us. And our emotional ballast can massively improve. And these are the things we're going to be working on through these daily meditations. But today what we're going to do is we're just going to, if you like, take a weather check. Become more aware of our thoughts. More aware of whether they're repetitive, whether they're tending towards the negative, or whether they're positive. So we're not going to be changing our thoughts as such in today's practice, although we will in other days. But this is very much just taking a weather check, seeing what's actually going on in the mind, and this can be really fascinating. But it's really important that you don't judge yourself. You don't think, oh no, I'm doing it all wrong because I'm having a negative thought. You can just think, oh wow, that's a negative thought. And then you can choose not to follow that thought, but just come back to the breath and the body. So let's begin now together. First taking a deeper breath, and on the out breath settling down a little bit more onto the chair or the floor, choosing your posture with intentionality. Sitting if you can, but if that's very uncomfortable, then by all means lying down or standing. It's up to you. And beginning to let your weight settle down through the points of contact between the body and the floor. Taking up your position with awareness. Resting into gravity, letting go of holding, of tension. Arriving in the moment and arriving in the body. Feeling the breath in the front of the body, in the back of the body, and the sides of the body. Resting inside all these movements, all these sensations with each natural breath. And now taking a weather check of your thinking processes, your mental events flowing through the mind. Maybe you're calm. If that's the case, then enjoying that, letting that be. But if you've got a lot of mental activity, just becoming aware of it. Are you rushing into the future? Are you worrying about the past? Are you ruminating? Or have you just got familiar old grooves kicking off in the mind? Remember, more than 95% of our thoughts we've had before. Being very curious about the nature of the mental events passing through the mind, through awareness. And every time you find yourself getting carried away, then catching that process, catching that tendency, and coming back to rest inside, breathing inside the body again and again. And if you're finding you've got a negativity bias, then reassuring yourself that that's very common, almost normal, unfortunately, for most people. And just noting it without any judgment, and then coming back to breathing in the body. Breathing in and breathing out again and again. And then watching, noticing what's happening with your thoughts. Learning the nature of your thoughts. What kind of thoughts do you have? And on the basis of knowledge, we can change our thoughts over time through meditation. And all the time using breathing in the body as an anchor to return to. Whenever we catch ourselves getting carried away, getting lost, we can get completely lost. And then we have a little moment where we think, oh, hang on, I'm supposed to be meditating. I'm supposed to be aware. And we can think, good, that's a magic moment of awareness. That moment where you know that you're lost, you're present, you're awake, you're aware. It's a moment of success. And then coming back inside, breathing in the body. So continuing to meditate for your chosen time, using breathing in the body as an anchor, and then noticing, being aware of the kind of thoughts that are passing through the mind without judgment. And when it comes time to end, doing so with awareness, moving the body gently, stretching perhaps, and noticing what kind of thoughts you have during the day. And then coming back to breathing in the body again and again. Tomorrow's meditation will be led by my colleague Sona Fricker, one of the other founders of Breathworks. And he'll be sharing the leading of these daily meditations with me as we go forwards. In the meantime, I hope you have a great day.